whole incident happened at full time. The Ghanaian footballers, the Ghanaian players went to the stand where the Ghanaian fans were and started to celebrate with them. But even before full time, there was already moments in the game where you could tell the Nigerian fans were very agitated. Some of them were throwing water bottles on the pitch. But the heat of the movement came when Ghanaian players went to celebrate with their fans, and then the fans just started hurling stuff onto the pitch, all kinds of missiles. And then after that, I think security came to help the Ghanaian players get back into the tunnel. But even before they could do that, some fans had already jumped onto the inner perimeter and started pursuing Ghanaian players and Nigerian players all alike. And then the players were rushed into the dugout. Then chaos ensued on the pitch, and the fans just went on rampage. Everything they could find, they were destroying them, from the goalpost to the net to advertising panel to banners. It literally was everything. Some of them were ripping chairs and throwing them anywhere, and it wasn't safe at all. The VAR device machine, TV, was stolen, and even in the media stands, the lives of journalists were threatened by some Nigerian journalists as well, because I was there in the stands. As a Ghanaian journalist, a lot of people were forced to actually change. I had to remove my Ghana jersey. Benedict of Asase, he had to take off his jersey. He was left with his singlet. TV3, Joy. Everybody had to do away with anything that identified you as Ghanaian, purely for safety reasons. Otherwise, it didn't look like it was safe for any of us at all. The Ghanaian fans were actually made to come onto the pitch, and then they were guarded into the dugout, and they were held out in the dressing room area for an hour and a half before it was deemed safe to get them onto the bus to transport them. They couldn't have exited the stadium through the regular exits. And apart from even feeling threatened security-wise, there were people who genuinely actually lost stuff. I know Dr. Kwame Baniako works for GMPC, and he's actually the chairman of the club licensing board of the Ghana Football Association. He lost his 2 phones. They were stolen. And, I spoke to him after that, and he said the only thing that mattered to him most was his life. And so, he didn't really care about the phones. People lost money. Wallets were stolen. And it was all just very scary. The Ghana teammates of the players were held in the dressing room for close to an hour before it was deemed good enough to get them out of there. It was scary. It's unacceptable. It's not anything that has a place in football, that sort of violence. And somebody actually eventually died. Of course, we cannot independently verify what happened to the CAF doping officer from Zambia. Others, people, I've seen reports from journalists who suggest that he was beaten, but there were others who also claimed that he had a cardiac arrest. Whatever happened, with tear gas flying all around the stadium like that, with anxiety problems and all of these things, it is not far-fetched for anyone to suggest that what happened perhaps was a contributory factor to his death. But like I said, these things have no place in football. And if African football is to move forward, we really need to do away with these things. You have to feel safe going to an away grounds, playing football. It's just football. At the end of the day, life is much bigger than football.
Great.